Okay, go ahead. Sorry. One way or the other, I don't think we really have a choice. Charge! No. pastries, pastries. Did we not? I have a crowbar. I have I have a crowbar. Wait, wait. I go and I rummage in my bag and I pull out this vial of liquid. This may be our way out. Faerun, would you be willing to drink this? It might have been the Wachter house. I can't remember. I'd have to go back. But I remember thinking, will I ever use this for anything? And I was just going through my inventory and I saw it underneath the crowbar. And I'm like, it's basically a potion that only lasts for a few hours that will make you smaller. With it will let us get out of the windmill and let us head home. I'll finish dumping the potion in his mouth and I'll throw the bottle in the corner and stand there and wait. Oh, let's quickly, get out! Get out! Only if they knew the password. Mm-hmm. We don't have much of a choice. head over after I'm getting the horses ready to go. Yes. Sh- Should we burn it to the ground? Tarmagen, is your owl come back? Has your owl come back? Of course. Get Parvis up. So tired, I doubt it matters.
His name was Gulgaloth. He was giant-blooded. The child of a storm giant. And an orc.
How did he fall?
Treachery. He went and gathered allies among the Barovians 300 years ago. One of them, unbeknownst to him, was afraid of death, afraid of the ravages of time. He stabbed Gulgaloth in the back on the night of the final battle. Though Gulgaloth shattered Strahd's arm, he himself fell. His body is still under the monster's control. I cannot take his soul back to me while it is sealed in his corpse. I want you to free him. Free your brother, my previous champion. Claim the lightning. You will claim his weapon. And you will bash Strahd von Zarvik's head with it.
Yes, my liege.
Beware. I do not know who my brother's champion will be, but I know that he has already begun the process of preparing him. Be wary.
Do you know anything about him?
He wanted Gulgaloth for himself back then as well. I think it is someone of his blood. Wield the effigy with honor. Fear is for the weak. May my lightning empower you.
Now fly into a blood rage and roar.
As you roar, matching is and the thunder. You wake up, find yourself in a bed on a soft but rather ratty carpet. You can smell the pleasant smells of dinner. Let me see. Alrighty. As you guys wake up with the sound of children talking outside, you hear a small knock at the door, and Mother Lucia pops her head in. Hi, everybody. I am sorry to disturb you, but I wanted to see if you wanted any dinner.
That would be fantastic. I can wake my companions.
Please do. The children are having their lesson at the moment, and I believe Philip will do just fine. She gives a
Here.
smile.
He's tougher than he looks.
Also, you guys will see. Actually, Loretta also, as the light from the corridor kind of falls on her, Loretta's eyes flutter open, and she straightens up in bed. She is really quite thin, and she has bags under her eyes. She looks all around you and says, "Who are you? Where am I?"
You were in a bad spot. We saved you and took you somewhere safe.
Oh.
What's your name?
Loretta. I can't remember.
What's the last thing you remember?
I think I was chopping wood with my dad. I think, and this really beautiful woman came out of the woods, and she put her hand on my dad's cheek, and he fell asleep. And then she moved to me, and she called me daughter, and then she touched me, and I don't remember anything after that. She was beautiful. She had black hair like me. And I'm sorry, that's all I remember.
She meant you harm, took you away. We found you in a very dangerous place.
Tarmagen kneels down and he goes, "Child, I have terrible news. But you are probably an orphan now." And,
Yeah, eyes fill with tears. No, I want to go home.
I look over to Mother Lucia and I say, "This child needs you now."
My daddy and I live in Little Barovia in the East District. The daddy is a woodchopper.
Do you have other family there, child?
It's just me and daddy ever since my big brother died last year. After he went to the castle with all those other men.
Was your father with you when this woman approached you?
Yes, he looked like he recognized her, and he called her Ophalia. And then she put the hand on his cheek, and he just fell asleep in place with his eyes open. And his eyes were open, and then his eyes closed, and then just on the ground. And I want to go home. Please, I want to go home.
I just put my hand on her shoulder and I say, for now, I think this is home.
No! No! She'll throw the sheets off herself and get off the bed and push past you. Mother Lucia says, "Oh, child," and Mother Lucia will kind of try to grab her, and it's that's for her, and that's for Mother Lucia. Mother Lucia manages to grab her. She's like, "Let me go! Let me go! I want to see my daddy!" And that's music's weirder than I thought. Mother Lucia says, "Shush, child. Everything will be all right. Please calm down." She looks. She's hyperventilating. You guys hear footsteps as Victoria approaches and says, "Is everything all right?" "Yes, she's just having a panic attack." "Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go." Mother Lucia looks helplessly at you guys and says, "You wouldn't happen to be heading that way, would you? I can't with good conscience keep her here against her wishes."
I kneeled down next to her and I said, "Is there anybody in Little Barovia for you?"
I already said, my daddy.
Just in case, besides your daddy.
Well, there was daddy's friend, Mr. Ismark.
Mr. Ismark, you say?
Yeah.
We may know him.
He'd come visit daddy sometimes after daddy would come for work, and they'd drink dream juice together and talk about grown-up stuff.
If you would wait a few days for us, I try and take you back there, but it's not safe to go alone, and it's barely safe to go with us.
I look at her and I say, "I will look for your father. If he's to be found, I'll find him. And if not, I will talk to Mr. Ismark. And I'll find a place for you if I can." And I look at Mother Lucia and I said, "Can you watch her for a few days?"
Of course. Of course. Child, you're safe here. Until these people are heroes, and I'm sure they'll do whatever they can to reunite you with your father. You guys can see fat tears of deep sorrow well up in her eyes, but she nods, biting her lip.
How old is she?
She's younger than Philip. She looks to be about 5 or 6.
She's about Arter's age?
No, Artur is much older. Artur is about 11.
Or about 11. Okay.
And I say, the children here have experienced unthinkable loss, terrible things. But they're okay. You'll be okay, just in case, no matter what. And
Varys, do you still have that candy?
I do. Here
Do you
you
mind
go.
if I have a few pieces?
There you go. I'll hand it over.
He's
hold out
sniffing.
the bag to her, gesture for her to take some.
She recalls for a moment, but then she kind of sees the colorful insides of the bag, and then hesitantly takes a few pieces out, and then crunches down on them. Well, I think she stopped sobbing, but you can still see the tears slowly come down. I think, don't worry, child, you'll be alright. You'll be alright.
I'll get the bag back.
I dig real deep in my bag. Down at the bottom, I pull out a very old silver flute. And I said, I don't know who made music with this before, but it comes from a very, very old house. Maybe you can make something pretty with it to keep you busy. And I hand her the flute that I found at the Durst Mansion.
It is extremely old and tarnished with signs of age, but still a flute. Mother Lucia's eyes kind of bug out a little bit when she sees it, and then she's like, and then you see like a flash of memory, and then she lets out a sigh of relief and says, "For a moment, my heart skipped a beat, and then I remembered we have Irina reversed the silver, the decree of silver." I had after.
All right.
Yes. By the way, have you news of Milivoy?
No, but we can find out by the end of today, I think.
Please do.
I hear he's with our friends, and he's doing well.
Nothing
Yes.
bad happened, at least. We're sure of that.
That's good. That's good. I keep worrying for the boy. Well, if there's anything else, anything at all that I can do to help, please let me know.
Bluntly,
We'll happily join you for supper.
yes. Yeah.
Please do. The other children have already eaten, and they're currently taking their lessons.
So yeah, I guess we'll join her for dinner, since that's what we were woken up for anyway.
Yeah, as you guys sit down for dinner, with Victoria going back outside to do the lesson, Mother Lucia says, "I'll just keep Loretta here company, and we'll have a ladies' chat."
Thank you, Mother.
You hear her begin speaking to her softly in Barovian. What's that, sorry, Fiske?
What is a ladies' chat?
Mother Lucia smiles at you. Well, I want to make sure that she's all right. And it is harder for a child to be open when there's so many adults. You know? She's undergone a very traumatic experience, and I'd like to try and see if there's any remains of her experience on her.
Understood. She may not be the last to come back from beyond the walls of this city. We will leave you to your work.
Just turns to hesitantly follow Tarmagen and then turns around to Mother Lucia.
What if we don't know if we are an adult?
Well, you seem large enough for me, Mr. Fiske. Do you feel like you're a child? You seem more than mature enough.
We don't know.
Oh. Well, I'm not very familiar with people of your race, unfortunately. But perhaps you can ask one of the outsiders. I think Bassoon is out at the moment. But when he comes back, we can ask him.
Maybe.
Well, they say that I quietly pull that figurine out that we got in the windmill. I say real quick, do you know what this is? Does it have a name?
Mother Lucia. Okay, so are you doing? Okay, so first of all, Tarmagen, I'd like you to move your token to where you think you'd be at the moment. Just because it would matter for that.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she hadn't followed us to eat yet.
No, she said she was just gonna hang back in the bedroom.
Oh,
to have
okay,
a
yeah,
little
gotcha.
talk with Loretta.
Yeah,
Fiske
I'm
back
there.
to you. So, as you pulled that out, you see two things happen at once. First of all, Mother Lucia gasps, and Loretta's eyes go completely black. And she screams so loud, it feels like your ears are going to burst. I need a Constitution saving throw from both Fiske and Tarmagen, please. Also, why isn't your name showing? I could have sworn I made all of your names show before. What the thing is happening? Oh, because I didn't save it. That's why. Silly me.
Well, yeah, and I think we're using tokens that were just already on the map, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's
From
That
like
could be
before
too.
they were changed.
There we go.
That happens to me all the time.
Sorry, because I know Kev asked me to make sure that the tokens are named. I'll do that for Urgal too.
For the stream. Smart.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely making my way into the room, hearing this.
All right,
but,
so
can't get a break. Swatted some beef
Right.
stew.
Fiske, actually, to roll for Mother Lucia as well. It's going to be +3, 19 +3. Okay, so Tarmagen and Mother Lucia save. Fiske, however, you...
Not catching.
No, you take 12 points of thunder damage, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Tarmagen and Mother Lucia take 6 points of thunder damage.
And I'm going to uncanny dodge that, so it's 3.
All right. Mother Lucia staggers back against the bed as Loretta lunges for the figurine, screaming all the while. And oops, didn't mean to do that.
Tarmagen, move.
That's gonna be a 20 for 20 there, Tarmagen, which I think does hit your AC, and it feels like you're being hit by a log. Like you smash right into Urgal, and both you and Urgal move several steps back. As she tries to get the figurine. You see patches of purple all over us. She kind of reaches for the figurine, and then she vomits up black bile. And her eye, see her eyes kind of stop, kind of go back from black to normal, and they roll up in her skull, and she falls over in the pool.
I'm having an issue rolling that
Okay.
with you, so if you want
I can uncanny dodge that as well, right? Or no?
I don't think that was an attack. At least I don't think so.
No, she just vomits basically. She just vomits out. It's black liquid, and you can hear the clack, 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 clack of something clattering on the floor, and it's there's all these small red seeds inside, covered in this black gooey vomit.
Okay.
Mother, what the hell was that?
All right, Fiske. For the next hour,
You are frightened of Loretta.
Then, seeing, I would teleport to the nearest shadow that I can see across the room, somewhere in this direction.
Sure, like under the bed, maybe under somebody's bed.
There you go.
Yeah, Fisk takes a step back into into a shadow and zoop to the furthest bed I can manage. Mother Lucia says, I have absolutely no idea.
You gasped when you saw that figure. What does it mean?
I could just sense the evil coming from it.
You've never seen it before.
No, I don't think so. I could search some of the memoirs of my predecessors, but this child, I don't know if it's safe to keep her here.
I'm gonna ask if he recognizes any of the stuff that just happened and point out these weird red seeds in the vomit.
I look at her and I go, is there anybody in this town that would know this? The name of this? It's probably been here since Barovia became Barovia.
I don't know. I mean, the only person who might have known was probably Fiona Wachter.
I was worried you might say that.
Sorry.
Maybe.
I perhaps suppose like the next best bet is Madame Mafalda.
She's the next on our list to go see anyway. But I thank you for trying.
I'm sorry I wasn't able to help.
It's okay. But what do we do with her?
You cannot leave her here. She's clearly under the influence of something untoward. Let me try something. She'll move forward and mutter an incantation, and you see her hands kind of like take on that very slow, soft light and touch it to Loretta. As she mutters,
I'm gonna position myself ready to restrain her.
You feel Loretta kind of go stiff as a board, like in a whimper escapes her lip, as if she's in terrible pain. Mother Lucia's brow furrows, and she stops, taking her hands back. I don't understand.
Is she not what she seems?
I can't tell. I think this child, I can feel. What I've done is I've cast a spell that protects from the effects of evil. And it hurt her.
Fuck.
I don't know what's happening. Well, you found this child, you say, with the other, yes? Was there anything special about the way that she was held?
She was in a steel cage with a padlock.
I see.
And she was under the enchantment of sleep and did not wake up until our friend out there helped her do so.
I don't know what these seeds are either. Onorim, are you in the room, by the way? Yes. I think you have a line. Yeah, Onorim, you could roll. I'd say Onorim and Varys. You guys could roll me nature checks on these seeds. These little red seeds. That's a 14. And that's a 12. Okay. Onorim, you're not super familiar with the way hags walk, but you do know that the way hags reproduce is not the same, well, not really the same as everybody else. They have a few more steps.
Shit.
Yeah. They
got a fucking baby hag.
What they usually do is they steal a baby from its cradle, or even better, when they can, its mother's living womb. The hag then consumes the poor child alive. A week later, the hag gives birth to a daughter who looks human until her 13th birthday. In the meantime, the hags tend to use give them up for adoption by humans in order for them to absorb negative emotions from the people around them. On their 13th birthday, they are then claimed by their mother, who comes and spirits them away for the ritual of the child's transformation into a true hag. You have read that sometimes there's these seeds called Fiendlover seeds, which can accelerate the process to create a younger hag. It seems that someone has fed Loretta Fiendlover seeds.
Now is not the time to reiterate my knowledge, given that everyone's right there. So I'll keep that until we're solo.
Mm-hmm.
Can't leave her here, clearly. One thing after another.
I look at Onorim and I say, so this is not the child that remembers itself.
Well, you don't know any of that.
No, you don't know any of that. Onorim said he's going to wait until you guys
No.
are away from Loretta.
I'm sorry. I thought he said he did. Okay, never mind.
Decided to keep it to himself for now.
Mother Lucia looks at you guys and says, "Do you think you could take her to your and hold her at your base of the Great Company until such
Probably
time
for the best until we determine another solution.
In the meantime, I'll research what these seeds mean and what this figurine is as well."
I say, well,
Thank you, dear mother.
I guess we're riding for home.
It is my pleasure.
Let's go see the home that we never get to sleep in.
As you guys exit, you guys see Faelaren, who's been staying behind a pillar in the back. "Oh, you're finally done. I was so bored listening to these lessons." And then he kind of looks at your faces. He's like, "What? Why do you all look so serious?"
Home. We have another place to show you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I said, you're one of us now. Shall you go see your new home?
Oh, ooh, okay. All right. I always wanted to live in a place that humanoids live in. I was always curious about that. In the Feywild, not too many abodes that stay there for a long time. So it's always been interesting to me. What's a toilet like?
Says, well, it's the best we can give you. So enjoy it
Giving me
for
a-
what it is.
You giving me a toilet?
Well,
We're gonna have to figure something out.
if we have to, we will.
Oh, alrighty, and let me just get this.
Before we disappear, I'm going to head back and speak to Mother Lucia now that the child is gone, and then fill her in on my take on the seeds and what have you.
She gasps in horror. Oh, gods, that poor child. What will you do with her if she is hag-blooded?
There may only be one outcome for this. We'll have to do some research. Until then, we're going to have to watch her closely. We don't know how much time we have left, or how many of these seeds she has consumed beforehand.
I will burn these. This land, this world, has no mercy for an innocent child. She shakes her head. Thank you for telling me, Onorim. I appreciate it.
I'll bow and I'll go and try and get Fiske out from the table there. On the bed.
Yeah. Yes.
I peek around and I don't see the girl, so I hesitantly follow.
We'll take a different route back to that.
Tomas Jr. I just realized one of you named their horse Tomas Jr. It's making me laugh.
That's mine.
Let me see. Where's your base? There it is.
Ironically, he survived.
Second. And with that, I'll move you guys to your
Home.
Yeah, as you guys come back and see Slavikov smoking a pipe, he gets up from his perch and waves to you. Hey, welcome back! Oh, and you brought that huge horse again.
Yeah, so yeah, he's gonna be staying with us for a while, hopefully.
All right, no problem, no problem. We've stocked the pantry and made sure everything is good for you to come back. He peers curiously at the unconscious Loretta. Any requests for us for today, boss?
Look at everybody and I go, I can't think of anything offhand. Can you?
How much money does a couple more horses cost?
Yeah, we lost 2 horses. We
Well,
do need replacements. And
you could talk to the burgomistress. She might be able to give you a couple more. But we don't have that many horses around here. They can be pretty expensive.
I look at him and I say,
probably a good one's probably 200 load heads, I'd say. Maybe a little bit more.
so 600 would get us some spares. And I smile.
I'm no horse seller. You could. I'm no horse seller, but it should. I think.
All right, I'm going to say, I look to Urgal and I go, can you dig out 600 for him and
I think
we can get some extra horses? So what?
We need 2 horses.
I'm thinking we ride with spares.
Ah. Hey, do they have any horse armor?
Barding?
Armor.
I look down at him. I go, does the mounted guard have any barding for these horses, possibly? Could you check with Lady Irina on that?
DM, you're muted.
Talking to his wife or something.
Okay.
Bye, boys. Internet died for a moment.
No problem.
Oh my god. Okay, so what are you guys doing with Loretta? Currently, she is on top of Faelaren's back in Fiske. You're like trying to avert your eyes from her as much as possible.
Gentlemen, 2 seconds. I summon them all over, away from Loretta,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll fill them in on what I think is the issue with her. Letting them know that I let Mother Lucia know.
Meanwhile, Slavikov will say that will go and lead your horses to the stable. And you said you're giving him money to go buy you more horses?
600 gold to get as many horses as he can, and to ask Lady Irina if they can spare any barding horse armor.
Okay.
And I look at Onorim and I go, we happen to have some jail cells in here. Would it be best to make her as comfortable as possible in one of those?
What if she escapes?
Well, it was an iron cage.
It also may be traumatic for a girl. At this point, she is still a child, as far as I'm aware. But transformation could occur at any point.
I look at him directly and I say, is there any stopping this transformation?
Not that I'm aware. Research will have to be done. Mother Lucia is looking on her end to see if she can find a solution to the situation.
Then I think she needs to sleep in a cage. We'll make it as nice as possible.
Be aware, there may only be one solution.
I know. But it's also leverage. I imagine being a daughter,
They'll want her back.
they'll want her back. And we
I hadn't
have
thought
her.
of that.
She's best alive for more reasons than one. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead of everybody and I'm going to make us cell comfortable. But
Tarmagen, can I borrow the effigy of the Bat Lord? I want to study it some more.
I hand that to him. And
did Mother Lucia know the name of that, by the way?
Nope, she did not. She said she did recognize it, but she'll try to look at the memories of, like the journals of her ancestors.
Got it.
Not ancestors, sorry, like predecessors, and see what you can find.
I guess I'm gonna go into the kitchen and try and start making dinner.
All right. Sure, go ahead and
I'm gonna excuse myself and head to my room.
All right.
Yeah, it seems you guys. It is now about 4:25 or so.
All right.
You guys have
I'm
some
actually
time for yourselves. Sorry, go ahead, Tarmagen.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm putting Loretta in this cell up here, making her as comfortable as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And
where's Tarmagen? Sorry, there he is.
up here.
Yeah, Faelaren kind of like tries to follow you over here, and then you take it off his back, and like you grab a few pillows from some of the other rooms, and put it down on it. You can, as you're holding her and put it down, you can feel that she's running a pretty high fever.
All right. I say if you need water or food, simply yell. Somebody will come.
She's unconscious.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then yeah, I'm just gonna bed her down and ask everybody to Madame Mafalda's.
I think Onorim asked for a little bit of time. beforehand.
And I'm
Come to
gonna.
think of it, should probably make sure she's not holding anything she could escape with. But I guess she was in a cage before, so probably not. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
That's fine.
And I'm gonna. If I see Urgal walk off to the kitchen and Tarmagen take care of the girl, I'm gonna head up to the workshop and see if the tools and things were delivered.
They have been. They're awaiting you.
All right.
Tarmagen, you don't find anything on her. And
All right.
Fiske, you join Urgal in the kitchen. And
No, I head up to the workshop.
oh, the workshop. Sorry.
I
Varys,
just yell out, "Hey!" I yell out, "Hey, I'm staying close to this girl here. Somebody bring me a sandwich."
Varys, anything in particular?
No, nothing particular.
Okay, you hang out with Faelaren.
Yeah, exactly.
Faelaren will tell you a little bit about his time in the Feywild, like what it's like as a unicorn there. And Onorim, where is your room again? I think it's on the second floor.
Yeah, second floor, left side.
Okay, left side. I think this one. Am I in the right one?
Yep.
Okay, so as you concentrate and begin casting your spell for 10 minutes, the temperature in the room grows hotter and hotter, and small flames begin bursting from your hands. You hear a small, as if from afar, you hear a small screech that gets closer and closer, and with a puff of flames, Majesto appears in front of you. Ah! You!
Hello again.
You've bound me to you. Why? How?
I figured you needed another master after losing your last one.
I may be an imp, but I am still a fiend. I am a devil still. If he holds up a small and clawed finger, if you want me to obey you, then we will make a contract, just like the one I had with Fiona.
And what was this contract contain, pray tell?
Well, I act as familiar. I do as she asks. I do as she says. And in return, one second, I need to double check my notes here, make sure I'm not fucking things up. Sorry.
No worries, I kind of sprung that one on you.
Yeah. God damn. So much has happened.
In return, she gave me 3 things. She fed me some of her magic every day. She fed me some of her money every day. And lastly, she said that once she is able, she will get me the seat of Barovia.
Oh, is that all? Somehow I doubt she planned on fulfilling at least one of those 3.
You'd be surprised. Leona was a resourceful woman.
I believe that she was. This is something I'm going to have to ponder. I do have one question for you, though. Do you recognize this?
Can you show him the figurine?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So the fellow was still alive and existent. This is where he went off to then.
I'm taking that as one of your friends.
He's a former pit lord that has been banished from the hells and risen. It seems he's made his way here somehow. They even gave him a little penis.
That they did. Fitting. What name would you call him?
Contract first.
That I will have to dwell upon. The price is steep, and honestly, I don't know if I can fulfill that last part. I will be honest about that.
As long as you wish to try. What I require is every day you feed me one of your second level spell slots, as well as 10 pieces of gold. A small price for a fellow such as I. Plus, I'll even tell you what this fellow's name is. Good deal, no?
And what would break said contract? On either side.
On my side, in subordination, I agree and promise to carry out your wishes to the best of my abilities. On your hand, you must feed me both of my requests, the second level spell slot and 10 gold a day. When the time comes and you have the position, when you're in position to put me in control of Barovia, if you do not do so, that will break the contract too. Whichever one of us breaks the contract will be consumed by flame. I will be banished back into the pocket dimension I've been trapped in, and you will die. Deal? He holds out a small hand.
Perhaps later. And I will unsummon him.
He disappears in a puff of acrid smoke. Put his tome in quest channel.
Once that's done, I'll get back downstairs.
Sandwich delivery.
Alrighty. You go back downstairs. So, guys, as you guys are kind of each doing your own thing, what would you guys like to do, basically? Yeah, Slavikov appreciates the appreciates the sandwich. You get a Tarmagen. I get a sandwich from Urgal.
Thanks, sir.
Fiske, what was it you want? Is there anything in particular you'd like to do in your room?
So I walk in, and I see a bench. I see tools. I see everything laid out.
Oh yeah.
And I just walk around the space and kind of gently like run my hands across all the tools, looking around the room.
Mm-hmm. While you are in your workshop, you have advantage on every carpentry check that you make, every wood carving check you make.
And ideas start swirling in my head, and then I just sit there for a while and just look at the space. And just take it in.
I'm going to approach Faelaren and ask, do you need to eat?
As Faelaren's in, like you can, as you approach, you can kind of like enter his psychic field, and you can hear him tell like as he's telling Varys. And well, not many people understand that the really important thing about hoof care is not to step on small stones, because, you know, we're so big and heavy, they just get in there, and unless you have a smaller friend to do it, and usually it's, you know, it's one of those little sprites, and then they always want a price, and they want to either take you for, they want to ride my back, and honestly, I don't let anyone ride my back unless they're pretty ladies. I make an exception. I made an exception, but that was, you know, a one-time thing.
And I'm smoking I've got a couple now, but I'm smoking one of my pipes, just nodding and listening.
Because Faelaren's like been standing in the same place for a little while, like you see like flowers begin like to break through the cobblestones and push them aside around his feet, around his hooves. No, I meant like Slavikov, who thinks Urgal, like Slavikov. I wasn't like saying, hey.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Who does think?
Yeah. And Faelaren says, well, usually in the Feywild I need to eat, but here the food tastes bland. It's not very filling, but I can subsist on your feelings of friendship towards me. But I can still eat. Did you bring me any food?
What would you like?
Would you happen to have any balsa?
Do I know what that is?
Roll me a nature check.
Okay. Is that wood? I think.
I think it's like a type of leaf. No, wait, I did fuck it up. It is a type of wood.
Yeah, it's wood.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Okra. I'm thinking of okra.
Oh, okra. Like, man, that's a high fiber diet.
Yeah.
He's regular.
Yeah, you have no idea what he's talking about. Okra. Sounds like a vaguely orcish name though. For a lady orc, maybe.
I'll step up and say, vegetables. Do we have any vegetables?
Yes. I'll go get you whatever we have on hand.
Yeah, you have about like there is it has been stocked with fresh produce and some meats and cheeses and breads have been added to this, your thingy, your what's the word for the thing you keep food in that's not a fridge?
Pantry.
Thank you. Yeah, as well as some fish that's been set out to dry in fire. And you kind of, you grab a few lettuce heads and cabbages. They look like vaguely leafy things.
Alright.
You turn out to Faelaren, who kind of crumples the snout at it. Thank you for trying. And just put it there on the ground. And it begins to eat with the loud crunching sound.
Set it down and tell him I'll look into what you want and see if I can't get it delivered here regularly.
Crunch, crunch, thank you. Crunch, crunch.
Suppose we'll have to find a good place here for you to stay.
Am I not staying here? Crunch, crunch.
Well, I mean, perhaps a bed for you to lay down on.
Oh, I've never
Things of
had a
that
bed.
nature.
I've always just slept on grass, but I guess there's not really much here. Sure.
There isn't.
I always wanted to sleep on a bed. I always...
I guess I can, Slavikov left, though, didn't he? He's not, like, really here.
Yeah, like,
Now that I think
he
about it.
left to get you guys horses.
Okay.
Tarmagen gave him 200 G, and,
600.
sent him 600. Sorry, 600, and sent him on his way. Shouldn't be too much of a pain since you have all that money now.
Yeah, I guess the next thing I'd like to do is basically go talk to our contractor again about making a bit of a living space for Mr. Faelaren here.
Sure. I think that was Gregor who was handling that. You find him chatting to Slavikov, and then he follows you, and you chat to him, and like I'm assuming like you guys can like I know you guys like have a whole bunch of things you guys wanted here, based on like the whole editing you guys have been doing. Just like make me a list of the changes you guys want, and I'll price them out for you.
Okay, I've got it so far.
Yeah, like,
One more thing
yeah.
for the list.
I have another list already made up, so no worries.
And let me see. Okay. You got. Let me see, Tarmagen. As you are standing there. Next to, like, outside of the cell, you get a sending message from,
Oh fuck, we forgot to tell him.
Octavio. It reads, it sounds as such. I'll put it in question channel.
Oh man, I hope he didn't go to the windmill.
He said he'd be a day and a half,
Yeah.
so he still should be at least a half a day away. But that's a good reminder. We should
Reroute.
talk to him.
Yeah, he told us to go to the fucking Amber Temple too, now that I think about it. Man, I have a rival now too. That's gonna be a whole thing. So I guess we need to keep an eye out for fire mages with great big axes. Should see him coming.
All right. So, you get a sending as such. You dumb bastards! We rode through the night only to find a bunch of pissed off werewolves. On our way back, owe me booze.
I thought so, man. Fuck. Jesus.
Okay.
I hope they got out okay. Fucking shit.
All right, we're gonna owe him around a scumbull or two.
Yeah, so it would seem.
All right, I'll pay that price.
Alrighty. So,
Wow. Oh, holy shit.
alright. First, go ahead and give me a couple of just go ahead and do one with advantage. And right, is there anything anybody else would like to do as you guys have some free time?
I just want to go to the magic shop when we get a second.
Sure.
Yeah, that's my next thing to do.
Sure. No.
One thing I would like to do is just talk to Fiske and request a training dummy, since I know he's good with woodworking.
Sure, you can hear the sound of furious walk coming from inside Fiske's little workshop. And oh boy, I'm dizzy. I've been keeping hydrated. I don't know why. And I'll go let you move. Yeah, and
Sometime when you're not so busy.
You come in and you see me halfway through a stroke with a saw, and I'm just covered, like, there's wood shavings in my hair. Normally, I'm like very, very dark and black, but I'm just very dusty. And, I'd look up.
There it is. What are you working on there?
You got some pipes that need fixing?
Good.
This might seem kind of counterintuitive, but I could use something to practice on. Maybe make it look like a werewolf.
Practice with what?
Hitting things.
Which one?
And I point to the various different weapons on your person.
Really, any of them. I would probably practice with my axe, though. Or, perhaps, I should practice with a wooden weapon so as not to damage whatever it is we use.
We've made many. We can make him one.
Thank you. I believe we're going to go to the magic shop relatively soon. Would you like to wait here or come with us?
Should we come?
All right. Meet us out front in 30 minutes.
Yes.
Give him a stiff nod and head back down.
Alrighty. So, it sounds to me like a whole bunch of people in the party want to go to the magic shop. Am I right on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okie doke. So, who's going? Is it everybody?
I'd like to go.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4,
I'll even
5.
ask Faelaren if he wants to go.
Faelaren says, "Oh, I think after that whole night we had, I think I'm okay staying here."
All right.
All right, bud.
Also, I'm
No
imagining you're going to like instruct somebody to watch Loretta.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Well, Faelaris isn't going.
Oh, Vera's gonna stay. All right.
Oh,
No,
it's very.
I'm staying. Varys is staying. Our unicorn isn't staying. I mean, is
Yeah.
staying.
What?
Right.
You mean the other way
He's staying.
around? Okay, I think you mean
Yeah,
the other way
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys go out into the city. There's a very, very light drizzle, but like nothing that makes you would need to pull out your umbrella. It's refreshing. You guys can see. It feels like a whole different atmosphere has come over the city. Like, you guys see more smiles on people. People seem a lot less tense, a lot less anxious. You guys get smiles and nods the whole time as you pass. One person, one lady, even one old woman, like asks, like stops you guys and asks to shake Urgal's hand. I don't know if you remember, but during the day of the festival, you stopped the vampire that was just about to kill me.
He already cut me on the back. And you came out of nowhere like an avenging angel of the Morning Lord. Thank you. And
Happy to help. And I'll give her a hug.
Oh my! Thank you all. She'll bid you good day and dot it off. And you guys reach the magic shop. Let me just make sure everything is as I'd like it to be.
I recognize that lady. Oh. Okay. It's from last time.
You see now. Who's in the shop with you guys today? Let me just roll a couple of things.
Oh my.
Hello, Fabio.
Yeah, right. Is that a lady? Or is that Fabio?
Actually, that's the fellow that was that Tarmagen would recognize.
Oh, him.
Oh,
Oh, him. Okay, I gotcha.
Yep.
I gotcha.
that guy.
All right. Of course.
Isn't that the old lady that sold us the pastry?
Better not be.
I think he's making a joke.
Thank goodness.
Right.
The party just kills an old lady in the street.
Alright, as you guys walk into Madame Mafalda's, you guys can see that she's in front of this massive contraption of hers, busy taking notes on the way. It's, you know, like you guys can see that it is slowly moving, interchanging. I don't know the English name for these, but it's like a planetarium, I think. Maybe that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's unlike any that any of you have ever seen. Well, except for Onorim, actually. Onorim, you would recognize this. This is a planetary, as in plane. This is a planetarium of the planes.
Ooh.
It's the
Observe for a minute.
Meanwhile, this Escher fellow is currently serving the books. As you enter, like he'll glance to you and he'll make a straight line towards Tarmagen. Have you?
Of course.
He'll nod to the Fiske and Varys who stand by and say, "Ah, Mr. Tarmagen, greetings. Have you given thoughts to my business offer?"
Kind of look at him and kind of annoyed looking, go, to be honest, I've had much more important business to deal with.
Of course. Please don't think I'm trying to rush you. The offer still stands, and in fact, I could even sweeten it further. Please, I will. Let me give you my card. I'll hand you
Yes, a card.
He'll hand you a piece of wafer thin, solid gold with a letter E etched in it.
He's one of those. Oh, Jesus.
And he says, just tap the letter. Just tap the letter when you wish to let me know what you think. I assure you this would be beneficial for both myself and me. And you. I mean, yourself and me.
I kind of look him up and down. I'm taking a good look at the condition of his clothes.
His clothes are actually of very, very, very high noble. Like they must have been extremely expensive, but they seem like also very worn. And as he kind of catches, looking down up and down him, says, it is simply a matter that I've not had the time. I haven't had a chance to get home and change clothes yet.
I kind of give him a half smile and I go, be aware, I'm not in need of a medium amount of money.
It is not
I come
money.
expensive.
It is not money which I offer, my friend. I offer something much, much better. I offer knowledge. And he'll kind of, as he moves to get out, he'll whisper, knowledge about Strad von Zarovek. Exits the door.
Tarmagen's sitting there kind of holding this card up, glancing at everybody. Give a half smile, put it in my pouch, and shrug.
Raised lettering. Pale nimbus, impressive, subtle coloring. Tasteful thickness. God, it even has a watermark.
Just gotta roll my eyes. This place is strange. And after that, I'm gonna walk up to Madame Mafalda. I assume she's at the counter.
She's still observing the planetarium.
Okay. I'm gonna
planetarium with the planes.
I'm gonna go over there and join her in watching until she finishes.
So, fellow appreciator of the arts, yes?
Not nearly as knowledgeable as I would like to be or should be.
I remember you. You're one of the friends of the new burgomistress.
And how's life under her leadership treating you?
Can't complain, though. I do miss my conversations with Fiona. As I said last time, despite everything else she was a fiercely intelligent woman. And those intelligent people are few and far between, I'm afraid.
I too enjoy good conversations with intriguing people. Even if I don't see eye to eye with them. And I smile.
Being able to politely converse with those we disagree with is an art many are not familiar with, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm sure our stay here will be profitable for you. So, there is that.
I'm hoping so. Did you want to purchase your wand back, by the way? I'm done studying it. Very interesting piece of magic. Quite unlike everything else quite unlike anything else that I found here. I believe it is probably coming from the outside. The arcane weaving the technique is quite different compared to what we usually use here traditionally.
I'll look over at Onorim and I say, this is your specialty. What do you think?
The price?
Let me see. I believe when I bought it from you, it was about 175 gold, yes?
I believe so.
Alright, if you'll forgive it, I do need to make a little bit of a profit on this exchange, and would you be okay if I asked for 200 Lord heads?
Tarmagen kind of nods yes, if Onorim agrees.
It might be a good thing to have in our back pocket from time to time.
Right. She'll gesture, whoosh, and one of the chests will open, and from it, out of its infinite darkness, floats out the Wand of Pierce Through, floating gently in the air in front of Onorim.
I look at her and I say, I find myself vexed with a problem that you might be able to help with.
And what would that be?
I pull out the Nothic's eye. I smile and say, I have need of this to be shattered.
The Eye of a Nothic. Very dangerous, very powerful item. Are you sure you want to shatter it? It could come in quite handy. Especially in some rituals. You could use some quite esoteric magic for it. But if you're sure.
I look at her and I go, it caught and fed on me before it was killed. So I have a vested interest in its destruction.
I see. Let me see. Let me think. Well, certain magical things can only be destroyed by quite intense and continuous application of magic.
I relate to her what I tried and failed to do. And I say, I know that doesn't work.
You know what you could do? This is something I've read about some time ago. About 40 years ago, there used to be another village nearby. Well, not nearby, but to the south of here, by the name of Dradvult. I believe my instructor used to live there. She was a powerful woman, and a powerful forger of magical items. She used a font of power there. If you cast it, this Nothic's eye into the font of power, it should break it, no problem. I do warn you, though, Dradvult is probably infested with the undead. It was overrun, as I've said. Quite a dangerous place.
Of course. I just laugh. They all are.
I suppose, she chuckles with you. I suppose that is a silly thing to say in Barovia. Even the first few steps out of the door of Vallaki is dangerous.
Also, as you were a friend of Lady Wachter, the only other person that might have known, we encountered an old figurine of a bat-like god.
Did you?
Any idea what that might be?
Well, could I see it?
Does Mother Lucia still have it? Did she keep it, or did she give it back to me?
And you gave it to me. So I pull it out from under my cloak.
Okay.
Madame Mafalda will close her notebook, put it away, and turn to Onorim and move closer. You'll see her
kind of peer at it over her glasses and says, "They gave it a little penis."
The least of its worries. A banished pit
Indeed.
lord.
Indeed. Let me see. Banished pit lord. Well, I do not recognize it myself. I do know that fiends guard their names very, very closely. Even knowing an assumed name would give you the ability to gain information about it. Usually the best places to get such information is either from another fiend, from a let me see, from a celestial that has done battle with such a fiend, or with a spellcaster who has forced them to their service, or who has signed a contract with such a fiend. At least that is such information that I've learned from my books. Due to the nature of Barovia, I have not had the opportunity to interact with such beings myself, though I believe I should like to. They sound quite fascinating.
Yeah, so I find myself in need of more of your healing potions.
I'm afraid you've quite drained my stock. I am brewing a few, but it will be at least a couple of days until I'm done.
Fair enough.
I lean over and I look and I say, "So, do you have anything unusual stashed in there? Anything that I might find interesting?"
Let me see. Why don't I dig into this and find what I can find? And I'm going to open my Google Doc.
If only we knew of a fiend ourselves where we could sign a contract and easily learn its name.
Imagine that.
Let me see. Yes. I did come across... I did come across this. This item is quite bizarre, if I'm honest. I'm not quite sure how... I suppose I should explain. I've inherited some of this chest and its contents from my master. It is, for lack of a better term, extremely messy. Honestly, a big part of my day is simply sorting through the thousands of things my master hid in here, in layer after layer after layer of riddles. I found this the other day. An enchanted spear. I know that it is mildly sentient, and it's refused to reveal to me its exact powers, but I am aware of some of what it can do. It is a level 2 weapon. In addition, it is quite possessive and obsessive.
Yes.
If you wish, you could try to communicate with it, and if you like it,
we could discuss a price.
Does this look like your kind of weapon?
I look at Urgal and I say, well, let's all give it a talking to.
She'll
see if it.
She'll hold it out and let me see if I can find the art for it.
Fiske looks at it.
It seems to hum. It's a fairly simplistic spear with a broad head and a ragged red ribbon tied around the pole right under the head of the spear, and I'll put it in quest channel. As you look at it, Fiske, it hums.
Oh, nice.
Dude.
Looks very Fisky.
It feels as if you get there's a heartbeat coming off of it.
I look at Fiske and I say,
one more to the.
I think you have to take it in your hand and negotiate with it.
It speaks.
I think so.
That's what she says.
It refused to speak to me, aside from saying that I am no warrior. So, well, as you can see, it does have an attitude.
I hold out my hand.
The spear. She puts the spear in your hand. You feel a shiver come all over your body, and the spear, and you hear the spear like a man's voice. Finally, a warrior. I can feel your anger, your hatred, buried deep inside. Together, we can find him. We can kill him. We'll save them all. Attune to me. Attune to me. And we can rid this world of any and all darkness. I am the spear of beasts. And I will awaken your power. Attune to me and become savage. Rahadin.
Rahadin.
The butcher. The treasonous. The slayer. The monster.
We wish to kill him.
And we are one in our desires. Attune to me.
What will it do?
To me. Awaken you. Awaken you.
What will it do when it is dead?
Find peace.
I hand it back.
No! And as you handed back, the voice silences.
It wishes to kill Rahadin.
So do we.
We take it.
I look at Onorim.
We've never spoken to a weapon.
I turn to Madame Mafalda. I go, may I?
Well, it is a very powerful magical item, and it will be quite expensive.
Well, let me grab hold of it and see what I think.
Right, she'll pass it to you. You are a warrior. I can feel it. You have taken blood. You've taken life. Your spirit beats in the rhythm of freedom. I too wish to be free. Free of my vengeance. Free of my pain. Let me turn you. Let me awaken your savagery. Let us murder Rahadin. Let us murder every fiend that infests this land.
I just hand it back. There you go. This one's not for me.
Look
at Urgal, and I say,
you feel a sad pulse of frustration. You get I'd say all of you, anyone who has unless you have an insight score of less than 12, you guys can feel this sort of sadness and anger radiating from the spear. Even Madame Mafalda kind of has to blink away wetness in her eyes, and she says, "Oh my, that's quite intense, isn't it?"
So it does seem to have some power.
As I said, it is a second-tier magical weapon, so those usually are quite rare.
Look at Fiske, and I go, this one wouldn't be easy to wield. Could you do it?
We would not hold it again.
Okay.
Unless they think we should take it.
What did it say?
It wishes to kill Rahadin.
I look and I go, but it wishes to do it with ruthless savagery.
Sounds like it aligns with what we want to do.
After learning what that monster has done, doesn't seem out of line, but what if it controls whoever wields it?
I suppose we can always purchase it now and hold it for when we need it.
It's true. All right, madam. How much?
Well, normally I would charge about 3,000 gold for such a powerful item, but since it won't even let me know what it does or what it can do. And I suppose I could let it go for 2,200. That's 800 off. I'd say that I'd call it quite a fair deal.
I think you think it does more than it really does.
Well, if you're unhappy with it, I suppose I could take it back and give you your money back.
Do we have to have it right this second?
Suppose not. But
Fiske walks
we do
away.
have a lot of enemies.
Fiske walks away from her, calls the rest of the group over to him, just kind of waves them over.
I'll walk over.
I'll join him.
We have an idea. We can give 1,000. If they can give the rest.
We can take it from the funds for everybody.
Absolutely. This is not a burden you need to carry just because the weapon is in your hand. I look at Onorim and Varus, and I say, should we get it for later? You two have not given your opinion.
What are we thinking that we're going to need this? I mean, do we need this? If we don't need it this second, and we think that we can secure it for later, maybe I don't know, maybe we can get a better deal later, because I don't know.
Payment plan?
I'm okay with buying it if you guys are. That's a lot of gold to spend for something that we don't know what an immediate need is for.
Fair enough.
Use.
Honor him. Your opinion?
I think a weapon of this nature could be of definite use in the right hands in the battles coming forward. Gold is there to be spent. That is no water off my duck's back.
I vote we secure it and take it.
I do recommend counter-offering, of course.
Of course.
1,800 settle for 2,000.
Maybe we should use our position with the new Bogamaster for bargaining.
Well,
we already
was quite
are.
upset with that change, so I don't think that would help too.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll bicker or dicker a little bit. All right. I think I know where we're going. And I walk back up to her.
Before you go, I said, don't give her any. One last thing.
I look back. Yes.
One last thing before we buy. And I walk up to her with you. And
Okay.
I hold my hand out for the spear one more time.
She hands it to you.
What is its name?
My name, when I was still human, I have long forgotten. I don't even know if I was human or not. But I now might call myself the Spear of Beasts, for that is what I awaken.
It will give itself a name. And if we are to use it, it would listen to us.
I will cooperate. My only care is that I am avenged upon him, that my family is avenged upon him.
We may face Rahadin.
Then take me.
Decide to walk away.
Take me. Take me.
Can it rest?
When you kill him.
Can it rest being face to face with him?
If there's a moment of silence, says, if it will lead to eventually killing him, then yes.
Then you will go with us.
Yes. You feel wild excitement radiates into you, Fiske, and for a moment you can't help but smile as you can sense this entity's feeling like infecting you with its feeling, because it's just so raw and powerful. Warrior, I will not let you down. I will tell you of what I can do. And Fiske, in your mind, you feel yourself suddenly imprinted with the abilities of the Spear of Beasts. You may now click the spoiler and quest channel.
Okay.
Who didn't negotiate?
I should probably clarify this.
Damn. It's definitely a Fiske weapon.
Holy shit.
Heaven's Blood 2.0.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta take this.
I wave Urgal over and I say,
Wow.
we had agreed to 2,000 as our final price already. So I drop
She
it.
said,
and
she
look
said
at her.
2,200.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
So I pull out 2,000, gold from the bag. And I say, but that's the party. And I reach in and I pull out the other 200 from my stash. And I say, I'll float the difference. Good business.
Put his hand down and hand her the other 200.
I nod and say, fair enough. So yeah, anything else interesting?
Unfortunately, that's pretty much all I've gotten from today. Like I said, I believe I showed you everything else I had already procured from my master's chest. I think you were interested in it too much.
If there's anything you could do to help with exhaustion, that would be the last thing I would ask of you.
She shrugs and says, I'm sorry, but once again, these are my most popular potions that I make, and I'm still making them. You should stop by from time to time. Every day I make a few more discoveries of in my master's chest.
I smile and I say, like I said, we will be profitable to have around.
We shall return.
It certainly seems so.
I am looking for some spells.
Well, you've certainly come to the right place. What kind? Evocation? Divination?
Some in particular. Water breathing, mending, phantom steed, dispel magic, and tiny hut.
I see.
That's precious.
We'll have to check. Can you put these in the voice chat channel, please?
Talk about well thought out. Jesus.
Yeah.
God, I'm thinking about it. This is gonna have plus 10 to hit with this fucking thing.
I forgot about it. Thank you.
Christ.
You too.
And that AC boost, though, that's the real clutch half. Like, god damn. Those are hard to come by.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm glad I asked so that this could get something really cool.
Out of character, that weapon is based on an existing fantasy weapon, and I'm curious, do any of you recognize it?
Don't.
Reminds me of Kamari from Final Fantasy X, but outside of that, no.
No, it's from I'll just go ahead and tell you guys, it's from a pretty obscure manga from like the 90s called Ushio and Toa. and I remember reading it back in the 90s, and it, like, that shit blew my mind. It's just really, really fucking awesome. So I always thought it was the spear the guy had was really fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
was a really cool looking spear.
yeah.
Yeah, I do like how simple it is, but still stylish.
Alrighty.
Next up, we gotta get Varus something cool.
Yeah, the
Well,
powers I give it
we,
are sort of based on the powers it had in there. What's up, Varys? Sorry?
I was going to wait. I was going to ask, because I don't think there's going to be anything, but I was going to wait to talk to the lady when everybody was leaving.
And he also did get that holy ancient mace.
Yeah, I got a pretty fucking mace.
Oh, I forgot about that.
We could do those.
But I want to hold my action to when everybody leaves. I want to have a little side.
We can work out the spells later if you want, Dan.
Well, yeah, just give me a sec. Because I'll have to check. Are these all 3 and under?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think they should. If they're all 3 and under and they're all on the wizard spell list, then they should be fine for you to get.
Might be even 2 and under.
Maybe
Phantom Steed might be 3.
I should probably get this spell skull thing just like tattooed.
Phantom Steed is level 3, and so is Dispel Magic.
And Tiny Hut.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so I'll say. Okay, Dispel Magic, being a very powerful spell, would probably cost you about 400 gold. Mending would cost you 75. Okay, I'll just put it there. Breathing is. Let me see. Water breathing is 2nd level spell, right? Third.
What was that?
I have no idea.
Lighting Hanukkah candles.
Oh,
It's Hanukkah.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I did.
Yeah, that's.
Wait, you celebrate Hanukkah, Chris? Wait, are you guys Jewish?
She is.
Oh, hey, tell her I said happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, I had it muted, but we sang the song with the candle the whole bit.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we need to do.
Well, she sang it. I don't know it, but So anyway, sorry.
No worries. Tiny hut.
That was kind of surreal to light Hanukkah candles in the middle of a D&D game. Kind of hurt my brain a little.
Alrighty. And there's the prices in the VC channel.
Awesome.
And let me see. Was there any? Okay? So Varys, you said you wanted. So Varys, since you said you want to do it like at the end, Urgal. Anybody else? Is there anything else you guys want to do before we get to Varys?
She ain't got nothing I want, so we good.
Okay. Yeah. In which case, Varys, as the party kind of turns to leave.
Yeah, he'll say, "I'll catch up. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right there." And he's gonna walk over to the old lady, and he's gonna say, "So, if you don't mind, I'd like to keep this between me and you. So I have this abilities, and it allows me to. Well, it's supposed to allow me. And please don't tell anybody about this. It's very embarrassing that I'm even asking.
Do you want us to leave?
Very embarrassing. But it gives me this ability to make really, really good shots and help my teammates. And it's just not working for me lately. It's really, really not working for me. So do you have anything that might be able to help somebody to get a little bit more accuracy or anything like that?
Out of character, you're saying, okay, so She says, I don't have anything like that to hand, but I could certainly enchant something like that for you, if you would like to commission my services.
What exactly would that? What would that do? Like enchant my weapon, my bow?
Well, I could either enchant your bow, or I could make you maybe something for you. Maybe something. Well, if you're an archer, you probably don't want a ring, but perhaps a wristband of some sort, or a necklace, or perhaps some sort of eyewear, or even a diadem. I could make that would make your arrows more likely to land true.
Hey, now we're talking. All right, what are we? What do you have? What do you have in mind? I'm open to ideas.
Well, let's see now. For a basic one, it would be 800 gold, and for a major one, it would be let me see, 1400 gold. It would take me a few days to make it, longer for the major one.
Okay. And so when I wear this bracelet, what should I expect?
You should expect that your arrows will be more likely to land. You will find your aims sure, less shaking in your hands.
This is what I'm interested in. Okay.
Sure.
And how long does this take to make for the good one?
For the major one, it would take me, I suppose. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe 6 days.
6 days. Shit, I don't even know where I'm gonna be in 6 days. Okay.
Well, you could raise the price a little bit, and I could make it a rush job and lower it down to 3 days instead.
How much does that cost?
That would cost about 1900.
Okay. All right. All right. And this is a bracelet that I can wear at all times, and it's not going to wear off after some amount of usage, or how does that work?
It should just be constant.
Okay. Yeah, let me do the really good one in 3 days. Because let's do that.
All right, that will be 1900 gold, dearie.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, I'll get to work right away. And with that, Madam Mafalda commissioned for pesos archery, 3 days, 1900 G.
I just reduced mine too. And I'm gonna walk out. I'll reach out and shake her hand, I guess.
You'll shake yours too. Have a good day, dear.
All right, and then I'll kind of run out and I'll just reach up to the team and say, "Hey, thanks for waiting. That was awesome. I just need to be back here in about 3 days. Let's go do what we got to do."
I nod and say, "Whatever you need."
Hell yeah.
I say, "Well, there's home, but should we stop in and check in on Irina and Mr. Izaac? See how they're doing? Since we're here anyway."
Yeah. Might as well. Need to fill her in.
We would like to have a safe place to acquaint ourselves with our new friend.
Well, I imagine home is going to see a lot of that sort of thing. But we will watch and keep an eye on you if that's what you desire.
Yes.
Good. So, yeah, we're going to stop by the mansion and then go back home, I guess.
Okay, so you guys are going back to your base then? Is that what I'm getting here?
Are we visiting Irina first? Or no?
Well,
Either way.
It's okay. You guys, as you guys
Yeah.
okay, well, as you guys go to the Burgomaster's mansion. Let me see, you guys. Oh man, it's 10:30 already. Actually, we might have to end the session, guys. It's
Yeah, I think we're about there.
Yeah. All right. So as you
So
guys
go.
make your way towards, as you guys arrive at the Burgomaster's house with a lot less gold than you did when you arrived in Vallaki, but with a fancy new braces of archery on the way for Varys, and a unique magical weapon for Fiske. Also, out of character, I guess Fiske, you probably already know that, but spears are monk weapons. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The reason I called them over.
Yeah.
Yep.
And with
Yeah, we
that,
watched him use the spear last time, so yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
with that, gentlemen, I'll say that we will end tonight's session of Cross of Strahd. Thank you so
Awesome.
much for coming, as always.
Thank you.